Good morning. Welcome to episode 21 of Coffee with Mr. Green, and today is a very special day. So let me be the first to say Happy Veterans Day. Today we have a guest with us, Major Kevin Sullivan, and I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself, tell a little bit about himself, about his military history, what got him into the military, where he's been, what that has led to in his life. So take it away, Major.
All right. Hey, thanks, Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Happy Veterans Day. Excited to talk to everybody this morning and hopefully provide some perspective to your class here. So, a little bit about myself. I've been serving in the military for 13 years. Currently a major in the Army National Guard. Served full time in the Cincinnati area. Started out in Army ROTC at Seton Hall. Go Pirates. And commissioned in 2007 as a second lieutenant. Served a little over 4 years on active duty, mainly with the 101st out of Fort Campbell. Did 2 deployments, one to Iraq and one to Afghanistan. And then decided to transition to civilian life somewhat and did the transition to Army National Guard as a guardsman. So I did part-time service, so to speak, 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year, while working at Amazon, and had the desire to be in a little bit more of a environment where I felt people were called to serve and lead each other, and now I'm working full-time for the past 5 years in an
Awesome.
active role. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
Thank you, Major Sullivan, and being someone whose dad also was in the Ohio National Guard, turns out. Veterans Day is always something a little bit special for me, and a couple years ago, my dad actually missed his first Veterans Day because he had surgery, and as most of you know, my dad, we celebrated Memorial Day for my dad, but today we celebrate for those all around us. So can you talk to us about what Veterans Day means for you being a veteran?
I think for me it's honoring and respecting all the different experiences and the backgrounds that comprise our military. I've had the honor of working with people that have gone to prestigious universities, have worked in the heartland in a farm, just all different backgrounds, and to have folks work together as a team with different perspectives and mindsets and work towards a common goal, I think is pretty amazing and outstanding, and I think it's really I think it's just honoring those experiences and backgrounds and that call to service to say, I'm going to put my personal benefit aside to hold up an idea, the Constitution, in honor of others in the country. So
that's excellent. I love the way you said that, Major. And I was talking with Mr. Sweeney, and we came up with a question that's kind of relevant to the way in which we view things, the way in which we interpret things. And a lot of our experiences, because we are civilians and we don't have that combat experience, comes from movies, television, video games. How would you kind of relate to that, your experience, to someone who hasn't experienced that? We have all these conceptions about what combat is, what military life is. How would you sort of, what takeaway do you have for us that don't really have those life experiences?
Yeah, that's a great question, and there are 2 things I want to hit on. I think the first is that it is not the nonstop action shoot 'em up that you see in video games or sometimes in the movies. In my deployments, for instance, I'd say it's about 99% of the time it's pretty boring. And then you have your 1% of excitement or action, so to speak. So
it's not a Michael Bay or Steven
not a Michael
Spielberg
Bay
movie.
shoot 'em up, blow 'em up nonstop thriller. So, but in that time, you really get to know the people that you're working with, and which is huge in building a team, right? Understanding their background and their perspectives, I think goes a long way. And then the second piece, I think, that movies have started to recognize recently is the people back home, right? So you have soldiers in Iraq or Afghanistan. They have family members and friends that are back here, and I think movies like American Sniper, although it's a bit dramatized, and Lone Survivor, they have scenes in there where the soldier the SEALs or sailors are in a deployed area, and they're talking to family, and kind of that effect on not just the person that's deployed, but also the family, right? Because they necessarily don't know what's going on all the time. So that fear of the unknown can have an impact on people back here. I'd say that in some respects is a little bit harder to stomach and deal with on a daily basis. So.
Yeah, there's definitely that for me, because I remember when I was in third grade and my dad was in the Gulf War. We wrote letters. I didn't know if I was going to see him again, that kind of thing. And there's that pride when he did come home and speak to my class and that sort of thing. So in that vein, in that note, I want to leave us with a good note. So is there anyone you want to shout out as a fellow veteran, or anyone in your family or friends network that you want to just wish Happy Veterans Day to?
I'd like to do a shout out to all the folks I'm serving with right now in the Army National Guard. And then also make a special shout out to my brothers and sisters that I served with in Top Guns, First Strike, that I deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan too. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Major Sullivan. And as always, like, subscribe, share notifications, and if you can, go ahead and share this out. Let's get this trending. And as always, keep on learning.